Greetings. Welcome to the Counseling and Career Development Program at Colorado State University. We hope this presentation provides you with some useful information about our program and the application process. We have a QR code here that you can use to see our webpage, our landing site for our program. First, we want you to know our values, vision, and mission to better understand who we are, as well as why and how we do what we do. Our program values communities centered in equity, diversity, and inclusion, and one that promotes advocacy, justice, and ethical practice. It's important to know that not only do we value these things, but they are also part of our counseling professional ethics and our accreditation standards. We also value a person-first approach that honors, values, and respects all people and facilitates ongoing meaningful development and growth. We value relationships and connection, driven by authenticity. We value reflective praxis, which combines innovation with intentionality. In other words, we don't just do things to do new things. We want new things to be useful, intentional, and drive value. We also truly appreciate and value passion, joy, and fun. Our vision is to create meaningful impact through innovative and engaged counselor education while remaining deeply grounded in our program's core values. Our mission is to integrate academics, research, and engagement to prepare ethical and culturally responsive counselors who enhance and advocate for the mental health, well-being, and life quality of all people. Our degree is a Master of Arts in Counseling and Career Development. Within that degree, we have 3 specializations that you can choose from: career counseling, clinical mental health counseling, and school counseling. It's important to note that when you apply to a specific specialization, and we view your application through the lens of that specialization. All our specializations are accredited by CACREP, which is the Council for Accreditation for Counseling and Related Educational Programs. We are also part of the Western Regional Graduate Program, WRGP, which means that if you are a resident of a WICHE state, then you may be eligible for in-state tuition. Moving on to a brief overview of our 3 specializations. We are only one of a handful of CACREP-accredited programs in the nation that offer career counseling. Career counseling goes far beyond the job search and career decision-making. Career counseling means that we partner with people to build meaningful careers and to build meaningful lives. We use our counseling knowledge and our counseling skills as we do that work so we can competently and intentionally address each person's unique background and life context as they work to design their life careers. Career-focused counseling addresses the integration of work and personal life because the two cannot be separated. Our career counseling graduates often go on to work in higher education career centers, private or group practices, and community agencies, to name a few. Clinical mental health counselors help people with many needs from a wellness model while incorporating skills like diagnosing problems, planning treatment, handling crises, and teaching about mental health. As clinical mental health counselors, we use flexible and personalized methods that combine talk therapy with practical problem solving, and we focus on people's strengths. We support wellness, help with life challenges, and work with individuals from all backgrounds and age groups. Examples of where our graduates can work include, but are not limited to, outpatient, inpatient, hospitals, community agencies, university college counseling centers, private practice, and supporting school counselors in school settings. School counselors work as educator counselors and school leaders who support the academic, social-emotional, and career development of all students across K through 12 settings. As school counselors, we develop and facilitate comprehensive school counseling programs that are aligned with the American School Counselor Association standards. These comprehensive school counseling programs are designed to work within broader systems in a school to address a variety of student needs. School counseling students in our program learn to design, implement, and evaluate individual and small group counseling interventions and school-level prevention and education programming to best support all students in K through 12 settings. Our program involves a 60-credit curriculum, which is required by our accrediting body and counseling licensing boards. We integrate our curriculum so that students in all three specializations take a minimum of 42 credits together in common core courses. There are then 18 credits that tend to move towards one specialization. Those credits include some specific courses for the specialization, electives, and 6 credits of internship at a site that is appropriate for the specialization. If one goes full-time in our program, it's a 2-year program, but 2 very full years. You have 2 summer semesters, 2 fall semesters, and 2 spring semesters while taking approximately 9 to 12 credits per semester. In our program, as with any CACREP-Accredited program, you will complete a 100-hour practicum and a 600-hour internship. Most students take their practicum in their first spring semester. We believe it is important that you have a baseline of counseling skills and knowledge about counseling theories and counseling ethics. And then we think it's important to start learning by doing. We believe this allows for greater contextualization of your coursework and deeper learning. The practicum is completed in our on-site clinic with some students who want more exposure in counseling youth also participating in hours at a partner school. It is not a school counseling practicum, though. It is actually working one-on-one with youth in a school regarding their mental health. The internship is typically in one's final year with students at their internship site for 20 hours a week over the course of 2 semesters. You will be at a specialization-specific site, and we have a fieldwork coordinator that works alongside you in securing a site, or sometimes there's potential to develop a new site. The main thing to come away with in this presentation is that you are not left alone on this journey to find your internship site. Our minimum admissions requirements are listed here and on the application website. There will be a QR code on the next slide for that application website. There is a minimum cumulative GPA, which means the cumulative GPA from all undergraduate courses that you took from various institutions, except for those that were considered concurrent enrollment while you were in high school. If your cumulative GPA is below a 3.0, that does not mean we won't consider you. But we do require that you have completed 6 credits of graduate level coursework with a grade of B or better before applying. We do not require the GRE, but we do require a completed application. Please note that meeting these minimum requirements does not ensure admission. Here's the QR code that leads you to the site where you can take a look at specific application instructions. You will need to scroll down that page a little ways to find the CCD program. There is an online application portal that you will go through to apply. Again, make sure you are applying to the specialization that you are interested in career counseling, school counseling, or clinical mental health counseling. All 3 of these specializations fit within our Master of Arts in Counseling and Career Development. There is an application fee, and at the time of this recording, the fee is $60 for domestic applicants and $70 for international applicants. The graduate school at CSU does support fee waivers for certain applicants who participate in or are affiliated with special programs or partnerships. But these waivers are not granted based on financial hardship alone. Please be sure to find information on fee waivers and the fee waiver request on the grad admissions website at Colorado State University. Our program and the School of Education, which is where our program is housed, does not provide these waivers for you. Our program requires a purpose statement of approximately 1,200 words, which must address the prompts on the application. We'll find those prompts on the website that the QR code takes you to, as well as on the application instructions in the admissions management system. You need to include a resume that includes professional and relevant experience. There is a judicial proceedings form that you need to complete. It only has 4 questions. You download that form, complete it, and then upload it to your application. Be sure to include explanations in your application regarding anything that you answer no to on that form. We also require 2 recommendation letters. These need to be professional references or educational references, not personal references. For example, not from a friend or a family member. We do accept unofficial transcripts, but if you are admitted and you enroll, then official transcripts are going to be required within your first semester. Please make sure you're requesting transcripts for all college credit earned, regardless of whether a degree was earned. Transcripts from Colorado State University are not required. Here is our general timeline for admissions. The application deadline for international students is December 1st because of the length of time needed to process those applications before they can be reviewed by CCD faculty. Domestic students have an application deadline of January 1st. All completed applications that meet minimum requirements and are in by the deadline will be reviewed. We may review applications that come in after these deadlines on a rolling basis if there is space available, but there is little assurance that this will happen. So please get your application in by the correct deadline. We first go through a written application review, and following that, we determine who we will invite for interviews. Those interviews take place in late February to early March. Folks will receive notice of their interview invitation in mid-February. Our final decisions regarding whom to invite to the program are made following those interviews, and we send out notices in early to mid-March. Please note that there is an acceptance deadline of no later than April 1st because we typically have folks on a wait list and we want to notify them as soon as possible. Over the last several years, we've had over 200 applications that meet the minimum requirements for review. Our typical cohort that attends is around 20 to 25 students. We limit the cohort total, and by cohort total, that's across all 3 specializations, so 20 to 25 students total. We limit to that size in our desire to provide the best education and training experience possible and to ensure we meet various accreditation requirements. Thank you for joining us for this overview of the Counseling and Career Development Master's Program at Colorado State University. We appreciate your attention during this presentation. If you have further questions, please be sure you have reviewed our website. You can also contact us at the email listed on this video, ccdprogram@colostate.edu.